Disclaimer: I do not own the Haikyuu characters that are to be used in this story. Photos or covers were picked from Google. Credits to the owner.
The moment he laid eyes on the tall blonde boy, Hinata Shoyo falls in love instantly. Yep, love at first sight, but since this blonde boy has an attitude, Shoyo doesn't know how to approach the guy. But trying to get close to this beanpole won't hurt anything, right? Everyone gathered up. Sensei has some announcements, Ukai-san said. The Karasuno team stopped their doing and gathered around the coach and sensei. Coach Nekomata calls earlier, and they're inviting us to the Tokyo training camp, Takeda-sensei started. And everyone cheers because of excitement. Tokyo, I'm going to see Kenma. Hinata exclaimed. Training camp. Kageyama thought to himself. We will be playing against Nakoma. I can't wait to beat their ass. Tanaka said excitedly. Takeda-sensei cleared his throat to catch everyone's attention again. We will attend the training camp held by the Fukurodani Academy group every summer break. So not just Nakoma, but also Fukurodani Academy, Shinzen High, and Ubugawa High. Everyone was surprised by this information. It's a rare occurrence for them to be able to have a practice match against some powerhouse, not to mention from Tokyo Prefecture. But before that, I'm sure you are aware that you have final exams starting next month, Takeda-sensei added, which makes everyone silent. Sensei continues, you're aware, right? If ever you fail your exams, surely you need to take the supplementary classes which will be held every weekend, which means you can't go to the training camp. Oh no, the three idiots said. Tanaka and Noya start running. You two stop running, Enoshita, Daichi-san shouted. Hi, Enoshita said, stopping the two. Kageyama somewhat stops breathing. Yamaguchi panically said, Kageyama is not breathing. Hinata was just giving a worried look. You'll be fine, Hinata, Shuga-san cheered up the ladder. Are you sure? He asked. Do I have to tell a lie? He thought so. He added, I think I only have a single-digit score on my quizzes. Get a hold of yourselves. We still have time till the exam starts. There is no way this team could bring out the best without these four idiots. Daichi-san declared. Idiots. Four, Hinata thought, looking confused. I don't know if I'm flattered or insulted, Tanaka-san said. This time, you should pay attention in class. And don't fall asleep, Daichi-san said. Kageyama, Tanaka, and Noya averted their gaze. While Hinata thought to himself, how can I not fall asleep? The class is boring and somehow I already knew the lesson. And hey, why I'm included in this lecture? Tanaka and Noya-san looked at Enoshita. Enoshita, can. Nope, Enoshita nonchalantly said. Please. The two pleaded. Enoshita sighs. Fine, but if you start to be chaotic. We won't. Promise. The two simultaneously said. Everyone, go home now. Daichi-san said. Hi. Good work, everyone. As everyone dispersed. Well, I guess this will be my chance. Hinata thought. Tsukishima. No, Tsukishima said. I didn't say anything yet. Hinata said. Tsukishima just rolled his eyes. Can you help me with my studies? He asked. No, please. I said no. Strawberry shortcake. Hinata asked, which Tsukishima pauses. Shocks. You idiot Shoyo. He scolded himself. Why strawberry shortcake? Tsukishima asked. Yamaguchi told me you like strawberries, so I thought you would like strawberry shortcakes. Ha ha ha, he said. Yamaguchi told you, Tsukishima said as he came near Hinata. Why does my best friend tell you that? He bends down to have a face-to-face with Hinata. Too close, Hinata thought while he was extremely blushed. Well, you see, cute, Tsukishima thought. He stood straight and said, fine, I'll tutor you in exchange for strawberry shortcake every week. Every week? Hinata exclaimed as he cut Tsukishima. Yes, strawberry shortcake every week until we finish the tutoring and, never mind, Tsukishima said. And what? I'll do anything just to make you fully agree to tutor me. Hinata said. Anything. Tsukishima smirks. OMG. Shoyo. Hinata keeps scolding himself. Yes. I mean, yes. Anything. Deal. Strawberry shortcake every week, and you will know what the other one will be after the exam, Tsukishima said. Okay. Thanks, Tsukishima, Hinata said. Since they made a deal, Tsukishima starts tutoring Hinata for the exams. They usually held their study session in the library or at Tsukishima's house if it is the weekend. 10 a.m. sharp, that is the time we've talked about. It is already 10:05, you're late, Shrimpy. Tsukishima texted Hinata since he was 5 minutes late. Sorry, I waited for my mom so she could drive me to your house since I brought your cake. I'm already in your street, Hinata texted back. Tsukishima turns off his phone and goes downstairs to open the door. Just right on time, bye, Mom, Hinata said as he waved goodbye to his mom. The orange-haired lad looked behind and said, Hey Tsukishima. Sorry, I'm late. Here, he hands over the cake. Come in, Tsukishima said as he looked at the box of cake. It doesn't have any names of the bake shop, he thought. Stay here, he said as he gestured in the living room. I'll just put this in the ref, then I'll get my things. Okay, Hinata said as he sat on the couch. As Tsukishima returns to the living room, they start the study session. It's completely silent, just the usual sound of the paper as they turn pages and the sound of the pen as they write, and occasional questions from Hinata regarding a certain topic. Are we the only ones here? Hinata asked. Yes, my parents went out of town while Aniki was in his part-time job. Why? Tsukishima said. Oh, nothing. It's just that it's a little too quiet, he said. Getting bored? Tsukishima asked. Not really. Ha ha ha, Hinata said awkwardly. Tsukishima sighs. He knows that the ginger can easily get bored. We're already halfway through the activities for today. Let's take a break. Oh, thank God, Hinata said as he stretched and lay on the carpet. I'll get us some snacks, Tsukishima said. Okay, Hinata replied as he yawned. Tsukishima stands and heads to the kitchen, getting the cake and some cookies. As he opens the box of cake. Wow, this looks delicious, he said. He gets 2 slices, one for him and one for Hinata. Yes, he shares his favorite cake with his favorite person. He came back to the living room and saw that Hinata had fallen asleep. He put the tray of snacks on the coffee table and stared at Hinata and mumbled, Why are you so cute? Hinata hums as he hears some mumbling and shuffling near him. Tsukishima returned to his usual expression and said, Oi! Wake up, let's eat. Oh, yeah, sorry, Hinata said as he sat up. Tsukishima sits in his place and is about to start to eat the cake when he notices that Hinata is staring at him. He eats the cake as he also stares back. What? Hinata starts to bombard him with questions. How was it? Does it taste good? Does it pass for your palate? And so Tsukishima starts to savor the cake and is surprised by the taste of it. Wow, this is good. This is how I want my strawberry shortcake to taste. Where did you buy it? I didn't buy it. I made it, Hinata said as he scratched the back of his neck, embarrassed. Tsukishima was silent. Tsukishima, you made this. Ah, yes. PFT ha 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 ha. Tsukishima starts laughing. What's funny? Hinata asked. You can bake a cake. Tsukishima said, still laughing. Yes. Is there something wrong? Hinata asked confusingly. Nothing. I just can't believe you can bake, Tsukishima said. Hey, are you sure you're the one who baked it? Not your mom? Tsukishima asked, still not believing. This quite pissed off Hinata. Yes, I'm the one who bakes it. My mom doesn't know how to bake. If you can't believe it, I can make one in front of you next week. I believe you, so chill. But, seeing it on actual, Tsukishima said while giving a thought. Hinata rolled his eyes and said, whatever beanpole. He looked at his plate and looked back at Tsukishima. Are you sure you're going to share this with me? Yes, and be grateful, Tsukishima said. I thought you never share your favorites with others, Hinata said. Tsukishima stares at Hinata and says, sometimes, there is an exception. He hummed and started eating the cake. After Hinata finished his food, he saw that Tsukishima was taking a nap. He came near Tsukishima's face. You're handsome with or without your eyeglasses. Tsukishima suddenly opened his eyes. Hinata still kept staring at Tsukishima without realizing that the latter was already awake. Even your eyes. His eyes widened as he realized that Tsukishima was awake. Tsukishima smirked and said, "Why, thank you, Shrimpy." He took his eyeglasses and wore them. Hinata just glared at him. Since it will be last weekend that they'll have tutoring, Hinata invites Tsukishima to have their study session at his house. Tsukishima knocks at the door. The door opens, and a small version of Hinata is in front of him. Tsukishima stared at the girl in front of him. "Who are you?" the little girl asks. I'm Tsukishima K, Hinata's teammate," Tsukishima said. "Which Hinata? All of the people here in this house are Hinata," the little girl said. "This girl," Tsukishima thought, getting a little pissed. "I mean, Hinata Shoyo." "Who's that Natsu?" Shoyo shouted. "It's Su, whatever." Tall blonde with eyeglasses. The little girl, named Natsu, shouted back. Shoyo came into view and said, "Oh. Hi Tsukishima, come in. Sorry for the intrusion." Shoyo looked at his sister and said, "Put away your toys, Natsu." "Hi, you can wait here. My parents are out, and I have to babysit my sister if you don't mind," Shoyo said. "Yup, it's fine," Tsukishima said. They arranged the coffee table and put the materials for their study session. Tsukishima starts teaching Shoyo some key points with their exams. Natsu keeps staring at them. "Oni-chan, Shoyo hummed as he still wrote in his paper. "What are you doing?" Natsu asked. "Studying," Shoyo replied. She still keeps staring at her brother in K. "Are you going to bake a cake?" Natsu asked again. "Maybe later, Natsu," his brother said. "He needs to focus on this one since we will have the exam on Monday," Tsukishima added. "But he does. Natsu," Shoyo exclaimed. Everyone was jolted by Shoyo's shouting. He clears his throat and says, "Sorry. I made some cookies. Go eat them." Natsu looked at his brother suspiciously before saying, "Okay." After an hour, "Let's take a break," Tsukishima said. "Finally, I can feel my brain getting fried," Shoyo said. "No, you don't," Natsu nonchalantly said as she played with her dolls. Shoyo glared at Natsu, then he looked at Tsukishima. "Since you want to see how I make the cake, do you want to join me in the kitchen?" "Sure," Tsukishima said. They head to the kitchen as Tsukishima seats on a nearby chair while Shoyo prepares the ingredients. "Okay, I'll start now," Shoyo said. Shoyo starts creating the strawberry shortcake while Tsukishima looks at him, admiring Shoyo's feature, his facial expression, how serious he is while baking. Sticking his tongue for a little while, he starts decorating the cake. "Cute," Tsukishima absent-mindedly says it out loud, which makes Shoyo blush. He pauses what he's doing and glances at Tsukishima. "You do know I can hear you," he said as he continued to decorate. What?" Shoyo puts strawberries as toppings. "You say I'm cute." "Wait," he said and looked at Tsukishima. "Are you saying I'm cute or the cake is the cute one?" "The cake. I mean, did I say it out loud?" Shoyo raised an eyebrow as he stared back at Tsukishima. "Shit," Tsukishima thought as he panics. The cake is cute. "Okay, if you say so. Done. Here's the strawberry shortcake," Shoyo said as he shows the finished product. It looks the same," Tsukishima said. "Here, try it." Tsukishima slices the cake and tastes it. "Okay, I fully believe that you're the one who bakes the cake." "Gosh," Shoyo said. "Oni-chan, did you make the cake?" Natsu asked. "Yeah, but it's strawberries," Shoyo said. Natsu pouts and mumbles, "It's for your crush again." "What did you say, Natsu?" Tsukishima heard what the little girl said, but he still asked. Nothing." Natsu looked at his brother and asked, "Can I have some?" "Sure. Here." Shoyo takes a slice and puts it on the plate and gives it to Natsu. "Thanks. And also, can we already play?" "Nope. We still need to resume our study session," Shoyo said. "But, you don't need it. You will always, HMPH. Shoyo immediately covers his sister's mouth before she even finishes her sentence. Tsukishima just stared at the two, confusingly. "Stop blabbering nonsense," Natsu, Shoyo said as he widened his eyes to give a threatening effect. Natsu just simply nods. Shoyo uncovers Natsu's mouth, and the latter continues to eat. After they eat, they continue their study session. Just remember those key points, and you're all good, Tsukishima said. Yes, sir, I'm heading home now. Bye Tsukishima, Shoyo said, waving. Tsukishima starts to walk away. Why do you need to spend your time studying if you don't need it, Oni-chan? Natsu asked. Shish, be quiet, Shoyo said, shushing his sister. Unknown to the two siblings, Tsukishima can still hear them. How many times did Natsu say the same thing? He thought. The team gathers in the gym while waiting for Takeda-sensei with the results of their exam. Takeda-sensei entered the gym and saw that everyone was already there. Oh, everyone's here, excited about your exam results? He asked. Third year, here are your exams, as expected you passed. Good job, Takeda-sensei started. Thanks, sensei, Daichi-san said. Next, second year, he said as he hands over the paper. You did great on this. But you too, he points at Tanaka and Nishinoya. You barely passed your exam. It's better to make up for it in the future, okay? Hi, said the two. First year, he hands over their paper. Good job, Kageyama, you passed your exams. Thanks, sensei. Tsukishima, he got almost perfect on his exam, the same with Yamaguchi. Good job, Takeda-sensei said. Thanks, sensei. And, Hinata-kun, as expected, you still perfect your exams, sensei said as he hands over Hinata's paper. Thanks, sensei. Tsukishima has been a big help for me, Hinata said. Everyone was silent. They can't believe what Takeda-sensei said. Hinata Shoyo perfected the exam. They are still processing the information that they didn't catch what Hinata replies. Huh, this boke perfected the exam. Kageyama exclaimed as he recovered from his shock. And then, does he say Tsuki helps him? But Tsuki didn't perfect it, Yamaguchi added. Even Tsukishima was surprised and too stunned to speak. Ryu, Arcahai is smart, Noya-san said. I think so, Noya, Tanaka-san said. Why are you surprised? You didn't know. Hinata-kun was in the top 1 in the entrance exam this year, Takeda-sensei said. Now that you mentioned it, Shuga-san said as he tried to remember. I guess he is. Daichi-san looked at Sugawara confusingly. I mean when we passed by on the bulletin board last time. I took a glance and saw the names. I wasn't able to figure out immediately the name of the top 1, but his score on the test was stunning, Shuga-san explained. Tsukishima points at Hinata as he recovers from this shocking revelation. We'll talk later, he said as he glared at Hinata. Ha hi, good luck with that, Kageyama whispered. Hinata just glared at his best friend. They had a little meeting before heading home. Hinata waits for Tsukishima since the latter wants to talk to him. Tsukishima approached Hinata and said, let's head to the park. Okay, they walk in the park, enjoying the ambiance. So, since I passed my exams, what will be the other one I need to fulfill? Hinata asked as he tried to cut the awkward silence. Before that, Tsukishima said as he stops walking and looks at Hinata. You don't even need tutoring, do you? He, the other laughed awkwardly. Natsu keeps saying the same thing last time. Which you keep interrupting, he said. The other one agreed. Why did you ask for tutoring if you don't need one? Tsukishima asked. Hinata averted his gaze. I don't know. Tsukishima holds Hinata's chin and moves to face him. You say I'm handsome with or without eyeglasses, right? Hinata blushes, remembering the incident last time. No, and your crush likes strawberries, Tsukishima said. Wait, how did you know that? Hinata said urgently. Hinata shuts his mouth because he almost gave himself away. When you told Natsu you made a cake but it's strawberries, she mumbled that it was for your crush again, Tsukishima continues. So, if it is a different person, what a coincidence. Do we have the same taste? He smirked. Hinata glared at him. So, what is the sole purpose of this whole ordeal? He asked. I just want to have an interaction with you outside the court, Hinata confessed. That's all. Yes. Why? What do you mean why? Hinata asked. Why do you want to have an interaction with me outside the court? Because. He stuttered and whispered the last part. Like you. Tsukishima removes his hand from Hinata's chin and starts to walk. You say you'll do anything if you pass the exam, right? Tsukishima asked. Yes. He looked at Hinata and said, starting at this very moment, you are my boyfriend. Hinata was surprised. He never expected that statement to come from his crush. So he asked, what? You heard me loud and clear, Shrimpy. And it's not a question, Tsukishima said. You're serious about it? Hinata asked, still not believing. Do you think I can make a joke about that? Nope, I guess not. So, why are you surprised? Tsukishima asked. I never thought it would be requited, Hinata replied. So do I, Tsukishima said. I never thought you would fall in love with me since my attitude towards you, he explained. Ha 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 ha, even Kageyama says almost the same thing. How come you fall in love with that salty beanpole? He said, trying to imitate Kageyama, which makes Tsukishima chuckle. So, does this mean you also like me? Hinata asked. Yes, I like. No, not like. I love you, Hinata Shoyo, Tsukishima said as he kisses Hinata's forehead. You missed the correct spot, Hinata said as he tiptoes and kisses Tsukishima on the lips. There.
And I hope you like this one-shot. So the next story that I'll be uploading is a TsukiHina series. I hope you also like that ship, so see you on the next one.